What about the Cincinnati Reds? They start play a half game better than the Giants in pursuit of a wild card spot. They're in Detroit tonight with their all-world switch hitter, Elly De La Cruz, smiling, having fun, and making our jaws drop. Among his skill set, a great switch hitter. And for more on that, Harold is standing by with Cam Maybin in Studio 42. Guys?
Yes, absolutely. Cam is marveling over my Valley screen.
Beautiful. This thing
the
is
Valley
beautiful.
Shield.
I need one of these for the cage at the house.
Look, the ball hits here, falls straight down.
Hits the top of the cage. You don't have to worry about your dome.
It's in every Major League ballpark. Every Major League team has it. But that's not why we're here to talk about fully the Valley screen, but it does help. Talk about switch hitting. And in today's game where they platoon so many players, I would think more guys would switch hit. Cam, you were a switch hitter as a kid, you were telling me?
Yeah, from about age 7 all the way to 18. My dad always made me get on the left side. He made me do it in tournaments, showcases. And then when I was drafted by the Detroit Tigers, they said, hey, you know what, put the bat down the left side. You run good enough, you have enough power. But that's something when you talk about the stuff, you talk about the quality of pitching as it continues to get better. That's one thing that I wish I would have kept going. And then to hear you say, you picked it up at 19 years old.
Yep.
Dexter Fowler, a buddy of mine, picked it up in low A. So it's possible, but how much did that slow the game down? Or it would have slowed the game down for me.
Hall of Famer
mad.
Eddie Murray started switch hitting in double-A ball. All right? Think about that, how advanced that is. So let me take you through some of the things and why I wanted to dive into this. Let's go to the videotape because coming up, you know, the switch hitters you always thought about, well, everybody with Mickey Mantle, right? But I saw Ronnie hit this ball, Mauricio, the other night. That was 440 feet, by the way. And obviously, he's a switch hitter. I started seeing all these young Latin kids that are coming up now. They're switch hitters. Him, De La Cruz, a bunch of guys. You name them. I'll get into it here in a second. But growing up, it was Mickey Mantle. And the Mick hit right and left-handed, and he flew from the left side. So when guys started signing people, they're like, well, you should be able to switch hit. Pete Rose, 4,256 hits. He's been a switch hitter his whole life. Talking to Pete, he always talking about shooting the ball up the middle, doing all these different things. All right? It was just an advantage to have every ball coming at you. I just told you about Eddie Murray. He's in double-A ball, and he decides, I'm going to start switch hitting. Boom, home runs. My story is real simple. When I signed, they said, you think you can switch hit? And I said, well, I hit left-handed wiffle ball. Why not? It moves more than a baseball. Ted Simmons is the one guy, him, Eddie Murray, and Pete Rose, while I had them in a row, that they all look similar from both sides of the plate. Me, I was totally different left-handed than I was right. And what I see now as I watch most of these switch hitters, and being one myself, you're right-hand dominant. Cam, you were a right-handed thrower. You're a right-handed dominant. So when I watch De La Cruz, he's a right-handed dominant person. And so the right-hand side is going to be different. Watch what I mean. So when I was hitting left-handed, I tried to use that bottom hand, my right hand's my stronger one, to pull the bat through, all right? Now, he does the same thing. You know why? Because he throws 100 miles an hour with his strongest arm. So I think he's going to be a little stronger from the left side than he is the right. Right-handed, I had a tendency, because my right hand was so strong, similar to him, you're going to hook some balls. So you really got to work on staying there because that right hand comes around, and all of a sudden it wants to stay on.
Top hand,
because it's strong, yes. And what's he do? He flips the bat away with his right hand. He's right-handed. So that's an easy one to see. Now, this guy right here, Dominguez, is one of the closest guys that I see to being able to have similar from both sides of the plate. All right? Here he is. I'm going to give you a little sample. Here's his left-handed swing. All right? Now, if we were to flip him over after this swing right here, that's his left-handed home run. If I flipped him over to the right side, he looks natural swinging the bat because I'm sure he probably swung with both hands from the right side before. All right, but let's flip him over to the right-handed side, and let's see how natural his swing looks as a right-hander. This is one he gets out and flips it and finishes with the helicopter. But let's take that helicopter swing and put him on the left side and go ahead and finish that swing out. And look how natural he looks. That's somebody, I think, without talking with him, who's been switch hitting from an early age. Cal Raleigh with the Mariners.
And that's somebody I think might be ambidextrous. When you watch him talk about top hand, bottom hand, it looks so similar on both sides. He makes you think that he might be ambidextrous. So he's fun to watch. I had a chance to watch him take BP just, in the past series versus the Tigers. And you said it. He's so similar for both sides of the plate. And you don't see that a lot from switch-handed hitters, especially young guys, 20 years old. So it's impressive that he's able to translate that on both sides, and it almost mirrors each other.
I love the fact you said he was ambidextrous. I'm really ambidextrous, but not like a guy I grew up with. Mickey Riley, one of my best friends. When I'd come home in the winter, he'd throw BP left-handed and he'd throw BP right-handed. And he was ambidextrous. He switch hit when we were growing up. He did it all. He played in college ball at Oregon State. And I'm telling you, he helped me develop as a switch hitter. So I'm going to take a few swings right-handed, and I'm going to show you what I mean. This is right-hand dominant, right? I'm going to sit here.
And the key is, at home, get you a good flipper. You know, I consider myself one of the best flippers in the country.
All right, we'll find out real quick.
All right, you ready?
All right, but I used to hold my hands a lot higher right-handed than I do left, all right? As I've gotten older and had all the studies on swing, I can swing a little bit more. But that's, I get to this point where the flipper.
New screen, new screen.
The valley screen. Boom. See how I hooked that ball? So I used to have to make myself sit here and really work to shoot it that way if they wanted to do that. I had to work that way. But the biggest thing I could do if it was in, I was going to pull it. But I still right-hand dominant. So left-handed, I got to the point where it's like I'm actually pulling this knob like this because I know my hand is going to come through here like that, all right? And I'm really just kind of letting my left hand hang on, but I'm going there. Now, when I was playing a lot, they said, oh, top hand. So I'd get here and I'd hook a lot of balls like that.
Yeah.
But if I really sat here and said, all right, I got to pull my bottom hand through, that's the swing you get.
You sure you weren't natural lefty? That lefty swing is sweet.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's nice.
Let me see you real quick. Hold on. Let me see it. We're throwing over to Matty V. I want to see you left-handed.
All right, let's check it. Look at my lefty swing.
Matt, it's going to be real quick.
Be careful, man. Those pants on camera.
Hey, Matty V, I told you, listen, these pants are tight. This is the European cut.
All right, let's see. Let's see this dude. Oh, sorry, that's a little hard for you. Cam Maybin. Oh, look at that. Cam going yard. Come on, Daddy, man.
Oh, that hole is open.
Why'd you make him change?
Shift restrictions.
Why'd you make him change?
Oh,
Daddy V, you take it. We're going to keep going. You take it, buddy.
If anybody needs me for September, I was a great playoff player. I'm just saying.